Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of Leon in the Lab. This is episode 3. Today in the lab we have Mikey Dabb, aka the Camp0ut, joining me. Great episode. I hope you guys really enjoy. We go through hooking 3 hats he made at the Nike Bespoke program, legendary program. Used to be available at the Nike location, 21 Mercer Street, recently closed, and we basically hooked 3 hats that he created shoes for. So actual shoe hooks by the actual shoe maker. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. And thank you to the sponsor of the show, Renarts. They've been great to us. Mikey's been great to us. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. All right, we have Mikey Dabbs in the house. You guys might know him as the Camp0ut. You guys might know him from his YouTube channel. You guys might know him from the different podcasts he does. But Mikey, welcome to the lab. How you doing?
What is going on? It's a fun place to be.
Yeah. I appreciate you taking the time out your busy schedule to join me in the lab. Hopefully we create some goodness today. But for the people who don't know you, let's give them a little bit of a background. So the Camp0ut.
All right.
What's the origin of that, and how did you come up with that name?
I actually didn't come up with it.
Okay.
The streets came up with it for me from camping out for shoes. It's probably like 2011, 12. Camping out for like Asics and Saucony, and staying away from like all like the hype, I guess, like basketball stuff, and transitioning into the more runner style. So camp outs at like Kith, Extra Butter, Supreme, just all over Lower Manhattan. And then after like organizing lines and keeping everything clean for so long, people just started calling me the Camp0ut. You'll see me use the 0 a lot, and that's like kind of like my transitional piece that like lets you know like I'm before the line starts. I'm not number 1, I'm 0. So I'm always kind of like laying in the cut. I did that for probably like 6 or 7 years, just like camping out and like running releases for stores and lines and orchestrating. So Camp0ut kind of stuck. My name is Michael DiBraccio, you know, like doing like the government, but everybody kind of calls me Mikey Dabb also. So that's kind of where you know me from that also. Nice. So we did campouts for a long time, and then I got a shot doing a podcast with a couple of friends. We were just like doing sneaker stuff together, and that was United Souls. United Souls was a YouTube channel that we ran for like 4 years, and then I transitioned into the Breakdown. Breakdown transitioned into Hype Beast podcast, which was on Hype Beast Radio, if you guys are familiar with that one. And then everything kind of like continued on from there. So I run my own brand, which is the Camp0ut brand, and now I'm the general manager for Renarts, the sneaker store, sister store to Extra Butter.
Nice. We'll get into Renarts a little bit later, but in terms of the lineups, what is like the most either like legendary or crazy drop that you can remember being a part of?
There's a lot. One that I didn't run that was like super wild was the Fragment Air Jordan 1, the first release that they did at Flight 23. It was like, I don't even know, 11 o'clock at night. They randomly said they were going to drop tickets or wristbands at the new Flight 23 store on 34th Street. And at the time, like if you were in the streets of New York, you knew like I like had an accident, so I had a cane. So like everybody used to see me, like I would like hustle to releases with like a cane, just like hopping along to like get to stuff. So like I spent like, I don't know, 9 hours out there, and like security did whatever security did. There was like 36 tickets, and it was 96 tickets, and it was wristbands. And it got crazy. Some kid got like sliced while he was on the line. Cops came, they continued, like nobody gave a shit. It was wild. Turnout was I didn't get a shoe from that release. I actually won a pair from Nike Lab, funny enough, when they did their raffle. They shut the store down for like 3 days, and actually I won them there. That was a crazy release. Then I think the Sean Witherspoon at Kith was underrated for how crazy that release like turned out, even though it was clean and orchestrated. The amount of people that came out for that first come first serve was wild. It was one of the largest like campouts that I'd seen before.
Nice. Yeah, it's just it's some of the stuff you see in the media with the lineups and stuff like that. Like people always talk about like the staple Nike drop, like it being just a frenzy and stuff. Just, you know, for you being able to see it firsthand and kind of witness some of that kind of craziness, like I'm jealous of it because in Toronto we don't really have lineups like that. We barely even get shoes like that. So it's always cool to watch, the culture from far. But yeah, you definitely meet some characters when you're out there, and everyone kind of knows everyone. Like there's like a bunch of mutual friends. I'm pretty sure we all know each other through mutual friends if we didn't meet directly. So that's what's cool about it. Like you kind of get to meet and get to know everyone.
It,
Um,
it definitely used to be more of like a camaraderie thing. Now it's a little bit
yeah,
wild as a resale, but like back in the day, like 2012 through I'd say 16, when you went to camp out, yeah, you met people, you went to bars together during the camp out, you guys checked in together, like everything was smooth and cool. Like I made a lot of like long term friends through camp outs.
yeah, definitely in my short lining up for Jordan days pre raffle. We definitely spent some overnights and November nights getting the 11s. I remember almost freezing to death. But yeah, you definitely there is like a honor amongst thieves. Like everyone's kind of there for the same reason.
Yeah,
Um,
not my size.
yeah. Okay, so now GM of Renarts. Tell me about Renarts.
So, you know, like you know a little bit more about like my retail history than
Hmm.
most people. But anyway, so like transitioning into Renarts was a little different because I was also running like my own content creation thing through the camp out as well, like consultancy, content creation. So like I started there as friends of the brand. I've known them forever. Like I said, Sister Store's Extra Butter. Like I know Bernie, I know Jay. Like I know them for like the almost the longevity of that brand as well. So they were like, listen, 2 or 3 years ago, they hit me up and they're like, hey, you want to come to Extra Butter? And I was like, the opportunity is awesome, like and appreciated, but I had a different path set for what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go and how I wanted to get there. So doing the content for Renarts before they opened the store, we had a couple more conversations. I like the vibe, I like the feel, I like the it was different. There's a different nuance to Renarts than there is to Extra Butter. So like I felt as though I had more capable, or I would be more capable of managing the trajectory of where it would end up at some point. So I was like, all right, let's do it. I'm in. I'll take the GM position. So like from that point, things obviously escalate very quickly. It's retail at its fullest, like managing staff and inventory and people, but also there's like the fun stuff like this. You get to create and do things you like or love.
Yeah. So at Renards, it's like full scale, right? So you got Jordan, Nike, all different brands, Mitchell and Ness. I seen on the website. So anyone watching this, make sure you guys do check them out because it's not just hat store. I mean,
Right.
what would you say the percentage of business for hats would be for Renards?
So again, you know my history with retail. Like
Mhm.
I always throw myself into situations where like there is no foreground to like what I want to do. So like
Yeah.
you guys didn't know that they had hats prior to like me going to that store. And building like a culture out of there is important to me based on my roots in camping out and always feeling that camaraderie with people. So knowing that you have a place that you can go to, you can chill, you can vibe, you can talk, you can maybe get a hat made, who knows, whatever.
Yeah.
Like having that was important to me. So knowing that they didn't have it was structurally sound. At this point, we're probably talking like a low number, probably like 15%, 18% of like the
Okay.
number, like gross overall for hats. But of course, like that'll grow. It takes time. I'm not like rushing. I don't need to be like, guys, come. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it'll all come in due time.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, whatever we create here will help you guys. I'm excited. We're doing a cool thing, so we'll let people know. But these three hats that we potentially create today are based on three shoes that you've made in the past. So the Nike Bespoke program. Tell me a little bit more about that. I know it vaguely. I know that was kind of like Jay Tipps's claim to fame. Not really claim to fame, but he did it originally.
Yeah.
Got kind of became kind of like a viral thing. You've gone through the same program and came out with three pieces. So tell me about that.
So Nike Bespoke, I mean, has traveled through different locations, but its last location was obviously 21 Mercer, back room. It's like a kind of if you know type of deal, and it kind of grew exponentially. Most people know about it now, so it's not a big deal. But if you know type of deal. So basically, what happens is you go in there, there's back room, there's Air Force One high, Air Force One low, and an Air Max One. Are the three models that you get to pick from? I can go down the. I'll show you the shoes at some point, but like basically you start from top to bottom, from lace grommets down to midsoles to outsoles. There's 4 different sections on the outsole if you're doing an Air Max 1. The one full gamut on the Air Force 1, high and low. Straps to brays, you name it, you customize the entire shoe. And then material swatches, like everything changes on the material swatch for the ID or the bespoke section as well. So you get suedes, leathers, debossed, embossed, glow in the dark, denim, ripstop, ballistic mesh, you name it. Like there's, and they what they would do is they would always like switch out seasons with different materials. So like one you might be able to do, I don't even know, like tiger pony hair, and the next season it won't be there. So like they were always turning in and out, and you sat there for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending if they liked you or not, and you designed the shoe, and then they gave you all the extras and stuff, which I'll show you when we get there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a pretty good breakdown and background to that. So yeah, I guess we can get right into it. What's the first shoe we're gonna hook today?
So I'm gonna start with the way I sent it to you. So I'll start with the first one I did.
Mm-hmm.
The black and red will be in the middle. What I'll do is I'll show you the whole box. So, both box, little details on the bottom here. It's my details, so I'm not going to show it to you. Top comes off. They, again, depending on if they liked you or not. So these are extra insoles that go into the shoe. These were a paisley print. I couldn't decide, so like I just went with both. I'll take them out and show them to you. So they're still like attached to the wax paper. So like the glue is still fresh that you can press to the inside of the shoe. But
that's pretty crazy.
So those are the insoles that I chose to swap with. This side I'll fix that later. This is the first shoe that I ever designed for with the Bespoke program. Try and get more focus in there. Obviously.
Oh, custom logo. Okay.
So this is actually denim. This top heel. This is just a premium leather on the bottom half here. Baseball stitch in the pink. I like blue and pink on this contrast for some strange reason, but you can see that there's 2 different sides here. So the lateral side, medial sides, all soft brush hair suede. I did a cotton canvas for the top of the toe box, suede nubuck towards the front cap here. Pink hit on the mini swoosh, added the mini swoosh. I got another detail custom hit on the top. Very sweet on the inside, and then a nubuck as the rest of the liner. I'll take the shoe tree out. They also come pretty dope shoe trees. So obviously Nike.
Yeah.
The Nike
get your money's worth. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, like $11. But I think what did I do in here? I did cork. I think I might have did cork. You can't see the cork too well anymore, but I did cork on the inside. Super comfortable, and then you can see down inside the shoe also a little bit. I'm trying to turn it.
Yeah, that pattern.
Yeah, there's like another pattern on the. I'm trying to see if I can.
Yeah.
We got paisley pattern on the inside as well, which isn't the footbed. That's why I needed it anyway. I'm trying to see. There's 3M hits on the swoosh on this side, 3M hits on the underlay of this swoosh, and both shoes are a little bit different. Don't mind the laces being out. So we did. Yeah. So that was the first. Oh yeah, and then the outsole. So you could design the outsoles also. Obviously they've been worn, so obviously. Translucent pink. You did navy on the bottom. Everything kind of stays the same, and then the bubbles are 2 different bubbles. So one gray and one pink.
So not your regular Nike ID.
Just in case you thought it was an ID, like I had to like throw some loops in there.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. All right, well, let's get to work. So I'm gonna pull the colors we're gonna need to work with. All right, we are getting here to our first fast forward. This is just us picking the colors for the shoe. I hope you guys are really enjoying this episode. This was a really fun process to kind of get in the lab with Mikey. But yeah, this is just us picking colors. So that's not the most exciting thing, so we're going to fast forward through it. Enjoy the rest of the episode, guys. All right, so now we've decided to use the Yankee script 1996 World Series patch, and your shoe, you mentioned a lot of denim and suede, the velvets and stuff like that. That might be an interesting path we might go down, but I think for sure. The brim's got to be denim, right?
Yeah, I'm with that. 100%.
Okay. So let's get the denim on the brim first. All right, I think we're in. All right, denim brim.
Yes, I like it already.
All right, and we need off white because you use sail, right?
Yep.
Off white mandatory. This is gonna be off white hat, you think?
That's a good question. I
Or
mean,
maybe off white front panel, maybe.
off white against that denim is going to look fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I think you could probably go off white if you wanted to, because there's enough calm tones across the entire shoe to kind of mimic that. Oh, you have the shoe up there anyway. Yeah, there's enough calm tones across the entire shoe to kind of embody that feel.
I almost feel like if we use off white on the whole crown, there's almost not enough color. So maybe it might just be off white front panel. Maybe.
You want to do the front two and then do the either the morning mist or
Yeah. Something like that. So at least it gives the hat more color.
it's gonna indicative of the Yankees anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me get the off white. And he said morning mist, the gray.
The darker one, yeah.
All right. I like that. And then maybe a color pop on the button. What do you think? Maybe the pink or one of the blues?
You talking about the button, or are you talking about the
the button?
The button. I would probably do one of the blues. I'll save the pink for inside the logos.
So here we're just finalizing the button color, and I'm also playing with the eyelets for some unknown reason. But yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys see this in fast forward view. And then for the front logo, we ended up going with the pink glow outline and light navy fill. So here we're coloring the side patch. Anyone who's ever colored any one of these 1990s side patches knows it's a pain in the ass, so I'm going to spare you guys the trouble of watching me fumble through it, and hopefully you guys are still enjoying this video. Alright, this is the part of the video where Mikey suggests that we change the denim visor to the denim button instead, and then we switch the visor to a navy suede material, and then I take the 2-view mock-up and turn it into a 4-view mock-up. Hope you guys are enjoying the video still. Alright, there you have it. Hat done. We got the Yankee script at the front, pink outline, navy. We're going to go with the suede brim, which is extra fancy. Denim button. I think it matches the shoe perfectly. What do you think?
I'm in there like swimwear. I'm a fan.
All right. So locked in design number 1. I guess let's move on to design number 2. Let's talk about it.
All right. This one I have a little bit more detail for you. Let's go black and red joint. So this was the second. I'm not gonna do the whole boxing again, but I have more of the details. So this one went into the lab and a little bit more sentimental than all the other ones because like my mom had passed away in 2013. This actually marks the 10-year anniversary at the end of this month, June 29th. So her favorite color was red. So I wanted to do something for her. So this is from the Bespoke Lab, the printout of the actual shoe when we finish it. Sorry for fidgeting. We'll get the materials. So they give you all the materials from the shoe as well. So whatever you design, your debossing, ballistic mesh in black and red. We got what is this? Rockbuck in black. We've got Rockbuck in red. We've got Ballistic Mesh in black. It's missing one or two, but whatever. Red suede and then a red 3M. It's missing a few of the debossed because each swoosh on the shoe, which I'll show you in a second, is different. But we'll get into that in a second. Like I said, extra laces in this one, red, obviously. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And then the other thing they give you in the folder is a full breakdown of what materials are where on the shoe. Yeah, like your vamp. It tells you where the stuff is located, your name, the date the shoe was created. This was June 14, 2017. The size of the shoe, and blah, 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 blah. So we'll close this up for a second. I'll show you the shoes.
Crazy. You get all those extras.
So the shoes are, trying to get the light on them while we're doing it. So we did Rockbuck across the entire mud guard, Ballistic Mesh in black on the upper area here in the youth road. And then we did Ballistic red and black mesh on the toe box and all of the eye stay areas. Collar wrapped around. We did red suede with the Nike swoosh, black denim on the tongue. Let's see, the swoosh here this is croc print. This is a croc print debossing on the swoosh with a 3M underlay on the, is this one 3M? Yeah, the 3M underlay on the red swoosh. And then the inside is a diamond cut. So I did details on this one. This is a diamond cut debossing on the swoosh, 3M red, black 3M around the eye grommet. Again, you got the shoe trees in there. The other shoe, obviously, try and get the color on there. This is I want to say Python. This is the Python debossing. See a little bit. And this is ostrich, which you can't see at all anymore because it wears away really well. Ostrich leather, not debossing. And then the back of the shoes have my number, which is 21. You could try and show it there. It'll do something at some point. 21 is mine, and then 29 is my mom's birthday.
Oh, man.
On the back there. And that's black cork on the back heel cup area of the shoe also. And then cork on the footbed. Again, cork is just super comfortable. And then a smooth black leather on the inside liner. This will be a little bit easier to design with, I will say that. And then we got black translucent on the outsole, red, and then black.
All right. One thing I noticed, would you consider yourself more a sneakerhead than a fitted collector? Yeah, right?
So, like, it's, we'll do this real quick, right? I've been bald since I'm like, I want to say 22.
Okay.
I did construction before that, so I've always worn hats, like always.
Okay.
And fitted were always like my go-to because I didn't like the adjustable stuff. Like, so I've always worn fitted hats. I never saved them like I do now. I used to wear like 6 or 7 summertime. It was always 4 or 5 white hats. I was like, New York shit, Air Force Ones, Timbs, all that white hat. That was the move. But I probably have like 60 or 70 hats from the past 20 years that I still have that I just like keep and lay around. Sometimes I'll pull them out and I'll throw them on the Instagram. But I've definitely never collected hats the way that I collect shoes. But I've always worn hats, if that makes sense.
Okay. Now I'm going to make a statement, and it might be polarizing. Forgive me, my fitted heads, my fitted collectors, but I just feel like sneakerheads always take better pictures. It maybe the product is more expensive. They treat it better. Maybe sneakerheads have been around potentially longer.
I think there's a lot more to go off of when it comes to taking sneaker photos and hat photos, which I will say. I take a lot of pride in my hat photos as much as I take in my sneaker photos. But that's only because I like taking photos. Yeah. You get a lot of marketing now. Like Hat Club's done a really good job of like their marketing. They stepped up like how they present, who goes out, like their themes and all this other stuff. But when they first started doing hats, they've always done hats. Like I want to say 2013 when there was a small little store that I used to go shop at, and I would buy like Melon. I don't know, you know what Melon is, right? Melon caps, whatever. Anyway, like super, I don't even know why I bought them, but I bought them anyway. So I used to buy them at Hat Club in this small store. They never had like good anything in there. It was just like the hats were on the wall and that was it. And then over time, they graduated into taking more photos. And I think like hat collectors, that's not like their forte. Yeah. It's just not their forte. And like I've definitely seen some hat collectors that take extraordinary photos, but I think a lot of the time it's more like just a quick, this is what I'm wearing and that's where it's going.
Yeah. Little portrait mode.
Yeah, get in there.
Let the background blur.
Yeah, you get the arm.
Set it on the table, maybe do a little portrait mode. But yeah, I just feel like there's not many sneakerheads that take bad pictures. Like, just kind of getting more involved with it. Your pictures look crazy. John Ratner, Chris Chu. Calby from Calgary. Just like a lot of like, you never see them without like DSLRs. So I just wonder, like, you guys setting up tripods outside to get you a little shot or whatever. I don't know. It's cool, but yeah.
I mean, listen, it's definitely it's harder. There's a lot of competition when it comes to hat photos.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw it out. There's not a lot of people that are like in the market that are like, I need that guy to take photos of my hats. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like we take photos. Sneakers is a whole different game. Like Arab Lincoln, for those of you who are on here that like sneakers, like made a career off of shooting sneakers for Kith, and like he has his makeshift studios, and brands hit him up to shoot sneakers. Like there's competition. You know?
Yeah. That's cool.
I'm not saying he's my competition because he's amazing. But there are other people that are out there that are like, you know, that shoot photos well too.
Yeah. All right. So these shoes were a tribute to Mama Love. Where was she from?
My mom is Italian.
Okay.
Like I'm Italian and black. My dad's black. My mom's Italian.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she raised me. It was my mom. So.
Mm-hmm. Does she have more ties to the Mets or the Dodgers, Brooklyn Dodgers?
Definitely. So my grandfather was like a diehard Mets fan.
Okay.
So we'll lean on Mets on this one.
Okay.
So you're kind of wearing exactly what it is. So you might have to go Brooklyn.
Okay.
Might have to go Brooklyn just because. Well, you know, yeah, my grandmother Williamsburg. Yeah, we could do that. That's fine. Brooklyn's cool.
Brooklyn's cool. All right. And you mentioned birthdays, right? What?
29th. Oh no, that's the death day. I'm sorry. September 29th is her birthday.
Okay. Because for Brooklyn, there's a couple significant dates, right? So there's the 1949 All-Star. There's also the 1955.
She's 53. Yeah. We can do the 55. That's close enough.
Yeah. All right, let's pull that. It's too bad, like they took down a lot of like the different.
Yep.
A lot of the different leathers and polyurethanes and stuff.
I mean,
they never age well though.
It depends on your account. So like you can still do a lot of material stuff. It's just, you know, depending.
Yeah. But they might need you to do like a design lab or something.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Black base for the hat or two-tone?
I'm like on the fence because I'm thinking if we do the hat, I want to do a red undervisor with a black contrast stitch to mimic the ballistic mesh. So probably a black base. I'm gonna do a red
maybe black base, red button, maybe.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. That's fun.
There's no. Oh yeah, there is kind of gray in there, right? Like a gray and a silver. We can have.
Yeah, the black 3M it can be considered like a gray. Plus, I got the translucent black on the bottom.
Okay. So maybe we can put some silver in there.
I mean, I also have the cork in here too. So if you wanted to fuck around and find out.
Oh yeah, the cork's got to be in the.
You know what I'm saying? Do the side patch or some shit.
In the background here, like that cork color.
Yeah.
Should we leave this white? No, this got to be red, right?
You're like super zoomed out. Oh,
hold on.
Get me in there. Put me in, coach.
All right, let's go. Let's cook.
Oh yeah, no, I'll explain. I mean, you could even if you wanted, you could probably do silver metallic back there to replicate the 3M status.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this gray is metallic silver.
Yeah, I'm with that.
And then this off-white color. You maybe do a cork.
Yeah, you can sample the color that's on the shoe block on the shoe tree,
and
whatever matches up to that in the catalog, which is right here open for me. Walnut might be too dark. Oh shit! All the good colors are gone. Wheat.
Yeah, like that wheat. Yeah.
Wheat would probably work best. Wheat or the light bronze, but light bronze might be a little too dark.
Like copper is too dark, right?
Yeah. They do the wheat. The wheat's fine.
Should we put an Italian flag on the back, or is that too crazy? Is that too random?
That's a little wild.
Yeah, we can go regular bannerman. regular schmegular. Black and red, basically.
Yeah. Metallic outline. I could do black outline.
Yeah, black outline.
Do metallic black, maybe.
Ooh, I'm with that. So I got to give a lot of credit to you. You set up probably our third collaboration ever.
It was early.
Views from the Vault. Yeah, Views from the Vault / All the Right happened. It didn't release. I remember doing the hat doing the hat a long time ago, but it taking forever to get there.
Yeah.
I don't think it actually physically released until December 2021, if my memory serves me right.
It was definitely late. I don't. Was it that late? I don't know if it was December. It was cold out though. I'll tell you that much. It was either November or December.
Yeah, but I'll always give you credit because you tapped us on the shoulder really early. It was like I said, like our second collab ever, second or third. But yeah, you're wearing one of them, the strawberry. That one was a fun one to make.
I wear the Piazza pizza too. I wear this one more though. 100%, I wear this one more, only because of the fit of the hat. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I feel like that one's a way more wearable hat. But it came at a time, you know it's early because it came at a time where mixing side patches wasn't a thing.
Yeah, word.
Because this was one of the first hats. These two don't actually match the logo, the front logo. The one you're wearing, the strawberry, Jason had the idea to give it the 1970 or 1968 All-Star game. So that's actually a Washington Senators All-Star game patch. That's Dale Strawberry's birth year.
But it also looks like the top of a strawberry.
Yeah, it's like the perfect hook. Jason's always given shit for hooks lately. But that one I got to give him credit for. He actually made a great pick.
I think a hook done well is vital to the growth of the hat. But a hook done poorly is a hook done poorly. Or
like if it tells the story, like that's the essence of like all the storytelling with like the dunks. Like that's why they were like really got popular with all the different sneaky hooks and stuff like that. But
listen, I'm a sucker for a good story, which is why I like certain shoes and drops, and like I'll buy something that I don't even think I'm gonna wear just because I like the story behind it. So done well, I'm in.
Yeah,
but like you guys, honestly, like I think we just hit it off. I was like, oh, these guys are fucking dope. All right, let's do something.
Yeah,
that's how easy, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to be like a tricky thing, you know. You're cool with people, and you like what they're doing, hit them up.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was definitely one of the first shots. And I remember just thinking like the pizza man, like we should make something to honor him and his heritage. So the 1999 All-Star game, Pierre like always talks about that All-Star game as being one of the most legendary.
I think I have it. It's right here.
There you go. Yeah, like that little touch of adding the 99 All-Star game with the making it look like an Italian flag. Like that was one of the ones. Yeah, the pizza man.
Yeah, I got mine.
So
it's China too.
Should be.
Same place.
So yeah, if you have one of those, you have a piece of history. Because not many are around for that.
I don't even think we made a lot. I think we did 50 clip. Was it a 50 clip or 72? It was either 50 or 72. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
Black guts? Nah, white guts. Nah, black guts.
Yeah, we could do black guts.
I never say that either. It's like very rare.
I prefer white guts if like all the logos are like super old and super retro.
Yeah.
But if it's like a custom, I don't mind it being black.
The thing about it is like when I'm wearing the hat, this is important to me.
Yeah.
Because this contrast There's
I
this
like it.
sweatband contrast with the hat. Like that's like a big important thing. Like we didn't do black in this one. You know what I'm saying? Like it's important that that flow is nice. Like,
White looks better.
It does, but like I don't dislike the black inside of this hat. It's I like white and everything. I put white inside everything. I mean.
And there's like a design flaw where that little bit sticks out. A little bit of white. I don't know. It looks good to me. It's like where the brim meets the crown. Yeah. Like that little bit of tape that sticks out. It just looks good.
Yeah. A little tail.
Yeah. But all right. Here we go. Hat 2.
Sweet.
Finished.
Sweet. That was good.
Mama love.
The black and red contrast is always a fan for me. I'm definitely going to put that contrast stitch in there.
Yeah, we'll get the contrast stitching. Front door red button, metallic black potentially on the back. The side patch is going to dance with a little bit of wheat, some metallic silver, maybe metallic black in there. I think it's going to be a good looking hat.
Yeah, me too. I might put this in this week.
The faster the better. All right, so design 2 in the books. Let's move on to design 3. Tell me about the last shoe.
Last shoe is much like the first shoe. This one's super easy and clean. I do have the book around here somewhere, but I wanted something I could wear a lot more than the other two. The Mama Love joint for my mom. Like I don't want to wear it a lot only because I don't want to like destroy the shoe. So obviously I don't wear it as much as I probably should. So this was an ode to just the gray life. So there's 3 different tones of gray on this. You got corduroy. Let me run it down for you. So I'll switch it around so you can see the difference on the swooshes because that's usually what I like to play with the most. Pause. We'll start with the rock buck in the light gray. Try to turn it this way so the light doesn't throw it off too much. So light gray and the rock buck across the entire shoe down to the back on the mud guard. You have a perforated nubuck on the toe in a much more bone gray. You might not be able to see it. I'm sure you got the photo if you want to throw it up. You've got corduroy up the tongue and the U-throat side paddle on the medial and lateral sides. You've got corduroy swooshes in this like aqua blue with a 3M aqua underlay. Inside, you've got corduroy in that mint color with a 3M, or actually this one's glow, with a glow-in-the-dark underlay, glow-in-the-dark bubble, ballistic gray mesh on the inside of the shoe, corduroy on the eye stays, white on the grommet holes, dark gray corduroy on the heel cup, and I think I've got all of the detail aspects for that portion. You've got a bolt liner on the inside. You can see the bolt on the inside of the shoe. And then the footbed is a tapestry.
I love me some Volt.
Yeah, me too. I honestly I like the way it looks from the front part of the shoe. You can see it subtly behind the lace.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like a subtle little pop. Black denim on the tongue again with the Nike Air. Sorry about that. And then I can't pull the footbed out, but it's a tapestry. They had like weird designs for the footbed. Like you could put it anywhere. And I was like, I want it on my footbed. So I wanted it somewhere. So let's see. The other shoe is the same exact thing. There are glow hits on this portion. Everything else is translucent black. Translucent black through the rest of the outsole, but these are glow in the dark. The bubbles are also glow in the dark. I think that's everything.
All right, glow in the dark. We gotta do some glow in the dark in it then.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. So let me pull.
This one's going to be a fun one to make, especially for a Mets hat.
All right, and another fast forward. Right now, we're just picking the colors. There's a lot of different grays in this shoe, along with a couple different mint colors and blues. So we end up having to grab those. So we'll spare you having to watch us do that. And then we start discussing which Mets logo to use at the front and the side patch as well. So hope you guys are enjoying this episode so far. And thank you for rocking with me. Like stone is like the lightest gray you can get.
Yeah.
Before you get to off-white. And then one of these grays.
Yeah, I'm thinking the lightest gray, but then the the UV is going to be off. Fuck. Maybe we do middle left and top right. So middle left as dome, and then top right as visor.
Yeah, that can work. And then the lightest gray as the under.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I like this. Okay.
I almost feel like when you go like this, the button should be like the lighter color.
Yeah, I like that. I'm not mad at that at all.
It's like a progression almost.
Yep.
All right, and then we're doing the Mets logo. I feel like this is not a good Mets logo to work off of. So right here, we end up calling a quick audible. We ditched the Shea Stadium patch over fears of it not being able to get approved. We end up switching to the Mets 40th anniversary 1962 patch. And then you'll see me here move the mock-up from the 2-cap view to the 4-cap view. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Fast forward. Cool. So we finished the third design. We're going to go through a quick review on what we've done so far. So hat change. Oh, okay. That's a good one right there. So the first hat, based on the first shoe. Great picture, by the way. There we got the Yankee script. Two-tone.
Seeing it again.
This is a good one.
Settled back in for me.
We got the navies with the pink outline on the script. 1996, great year in baseball. Also a great patch to use. I think this one's gonna go.
I like this.
Yeah.
I never do two tones on my hats either, ever.
No.
Not two tone, but like the
rail.
The is that what it is? Rail.
Yeah, they call them. Well, what usually it's white panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they call it rail because there's like a contrast stitch line that looks like a rail of a train or whatever. Yeah, rail hat.
I like them. I never do them. I never design them ever. So that makes me feel better. Yeah. I like the way this looks.
There you go. This is something different. It's gonna match your shoe perfectly. Hat number 2, the Mama Love. Black red. We got the Brooklyn front door red, same red the Bulls use. 1955. Wheat. Side patch has hints of metallic silver. All around strong.
Fan of this.
And then the third, we got the Mets. Anything white you see will glow in the dark. 2 shades of gray. The seafoam, the lighter color blue. I think this hat's beautiful too.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this. Guess we're getting a triple pack. 3-pack at the store.
I mean, we just had to check with the boss, right? You're the boss. So.
You're around here. Looking, are we doing these? Yeah, we're doing those. All right.
Yeah, perfect. Well, hopefully
we gotta get some pins. We gotta get some pins, man.
Yeah, we're gonna make the extras come with them. But yeah, I couldn't thank you enough for doing the show and kind of hanging out with me. This is a different experience in that this was more collaborative than most. Because you make hats. This is your actual day job. So that was a different kind of experience in the lab. I like it.
I enjoy seeing other people work too, though. Like,
yeah,
it's nice to have that like camaraderie and be like, oh, you know what, it's a good idea.
Yeah, and you know, most collabs sometimes I'm sure it's like someone hits you up for a collab and then they just hand you the homework like, here, I want this hat made. This was an actual, this was an actual. Let's make something together. So I appreciate you for taking the time. I appreciate you from a couple years ago tapping us on the shoulder and asking us to do something with you originally. So this is kind of like a full circle moment.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, I wish you nothing but the best at Renarts, and you getting them going there. Big fan of what you guys do. So until next time.
Appreciate you. Catch you later. Peace.
All right. Oh wait, before we go,
Oh.
where can people find you?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the plug.
Instagram is my big one. Pause. So at the Camp0ut, spelled with a 0, is where you'll find me most times. But I also run the social for Renarts. So if you need to find out something there, that's at Renarts 1981. Yeah, those are my two main ones. I don't really mess with the Twitter too much, and the YouTube's been kind of slow. So Instagram is really usually where you'll find me.
Yeah, no TikTok yet.
We got a TikTok, but it's a young man's game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Not out here doing a dance.
All right, but I appreciate you. And yeah, hopefully we'll have something for the people very soon. And there you have it. Episode 3, Leon in the Lab is done and in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode. Shout out to Mikey, man. He's been great to the Views from the Vault family and I for a number of years, starting with the collaboration that we did with All the Right back in 2021. He's been great to us since his move over to Renarts, so hopefully he does remain a strong ally for us in the future. Make sure you guys are following him and all of his future endeavors. But yeah, look for these hats potentially to be available in the next couple months from Renarts. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Comment below what you guys thought, things you would have done differently, maybe logos or fabrics or threads that you would have done yourself. And then until the next time, I'm out. Peace.
Brought to you by VFTV.